He was quite an interesting minister, and he said, always remember, Shane, there's a little bit of Darebin in all of us, you know, so things like that. So that was like, as far as I was concerned, he was trying to give a message like, you know, this is what councillors should do.
Yeah, well, that was a message about, I guess there's always a temptation to follow self-interest a bit and remember that you're really here for the community's interest.
That's exactly right.
Really about.
Which we're always lucky here because the culture had always been here like that, and it still is to today. So you know, it's followed through.
Yeah. So in terms of the practicalities of the relationship, from your point of view, what would you say were the key?
I just did what I was told. Whatever you told me to do, I just did.
I don't think so.
I think with the relationship, on a serious note, I think what it was about trust. And I can say to you, all those times, and you know, I was mayor 3 times under you, that I trusted you implicitly.
Well, so actually, I was CEO under you. It was not mayor that way.
No, well,
mayor was on top.
Whichever way, yeah. But to me, it was a partnership. And I never looked at this person was on top or this person was under. Yeah. I think it was about a partnership. And it's a clear partnership of you as CEO, me as mayor, councillors, and your executive. But you knew what you had to do, and I knew what I had to do.
Yeah, I think there was a fair degree of clarity about the roles, and I had no interest in politics, and you had no interest in management fundamentally, and
exactly
that was sort of useful. Although, ironically, as CEO, you've got to be politically aware, and
that's right.
It's advocacy or all those sorts of issues. So I think that was important. The other thing which I think was very important at the time was the city had a clear vision of the future with the long-term community plan. I think that was very valuable, and that provided a very strong basis for communication. And then I think of course there was a couple of major advocacy campaigns with the freeway and the toxic dump and those issues, and they were very uniting in many ways.
They were. But the toxic
dump could have been polarising too.
Well, they could have, but I suppose because from day one of that elected council of '97, you know, and when we're talking about relationships and things, I think because we were galvanised as an organisation, even with the community, but within the organisation, elected members and also the administration. So everybody was galvanised and everybody was working for it. And you can remember through that period of time, the One Nation Party was an issue coming to Wyndham. And instead of us being too hysterical about it, because it was pretty hurly-burly there, we set a citizenship ceremony up on a particular night, and all the people that could have been a concern went to that.
Yeah.
So we took the oxygen away from what that was about.
Yeah. That also had an underlying philosophy of council, which I found very refreshing at the time. The council said that if it impacts on the Wyndham community, we'll do something about it. If it doesn't, we'll stay out of it. And that meant, like the East Timor thing was around, and some councils were getting involved in that. As far as Wyndham was concerned, didn't impact on the Wyndham community. It's a federal matter. Leave it to the federal government. Stay out. Yeah. One Nation, federal matter until it was in Wyndham. Then you dealt with it as you saw fit. Then stay out. And that was, I guess, a very strong message to the senior staff and the staff generally of what council was really about.